Obviously, the top selection is Flit. That jumps from barrier 2. So, yeah, that's jumping out. I think on the Betfair right now, it's about $2.50, which will be interesting to see what happens. Can we do that again? I keep stuttering.
Track from Playmaster. Shear is the widest with Ruben.
All right, punters, welcome back. Now that the league and AFL is over, some of your $41 multis collected with your two teams, the Chooks and the Tigers. It's all about racing. Spring's in.
Yep, I'm going to have to concentrate on the races now. So usually not that strong in sport, so it might seesaw, go the other way.
There you go. You got a few tickets, which we'll be describing shortly. So 5 massive Group 1s, 12 group races this weekend. Obviously, Betfair's Hub has all your previews there, particularly punting form. We've got some hot Dan mail coming in as well from TRB. The 2-rack, we're going to skip that. It's a bit of a raffle, big field, hard to pick one out there. We're going to go with you, Sammy, the Caulfield Guineas. What are we doing
Straight
there?
to the Caulfield Guineas. You changed the run sheet a bit here, Mac. Caulfield Guineas, I'm on Dallasan. I took him early, so I'm going to stick with him. Barrier. It was the worst news ever. I was watching that and I was nearly crying at my desk when he drew the car park. So I'm not sure what the plan will be.
Only thing you've been crying about this week, mate.
Only thing I've been crying about, yeah. But I was quite upset. Also, Alligator Blood, who I also got a little bit on, also drew wide.
Right. And the ticket, you've got 26s, don't you? Dano's marked at 3.30 and you took, what, 21s, 26s?
26s when he beat Scales of Justice in Adelaide. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. I just wish he drew a barrier.
Still, 3.30. Dano's marked it on top, Dame?
He has marked it on top, and very nice to be here, James. Thanks for the introduction.
Good.
Nonetheless, he has marked it on top. Alligator Blood is his second pick, marked that at 480. Actually going against punting form here. So punting form, they've got a query on the wide barrier for Dallasan, and they're happy to go outside of that. I think they've got Super Seth as their top pick with a bit of low confidence there. So it'll be an interesting race. I think Dano's actually touched on, with us on the hub, the importance of the barrier draw, and there's some pretty damning stats on maybe the market overreacting to kind of situations where the favourite draws wide. So that kind of ties in a little bit with his betting suggestion.
Well, you probably get nearly fours now, and if he drew, I'd say he would have been $2.50 to $3. So.
Right.
Yeah, so no questioning the horse in the race. I think most people think it's the best horse in the race. If he can get a good trip from that wide barrier draw, might be the best bet. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
All right, 1,000 guineas. There's 3 Godolphin runners. Dame, your specialty.
Yeah, usually Godolphin I'm interested. So yeah, the top selection is probably Flit, about $2.50 on Betfair at the moment, and jumps from barrier 2. Punting form conveniently also likes it, as well as acting outside the Godolphin stable. But I know Sammy's interested in another Godolphin runner with a big ticket. So
yeah, only because I've got it. Tenley, I got earlier, but I'm probably leaning more to the way punting form see it. The only query is Flit might get boxed up a little bit.
Yes, they did touch on that a little bit. I think they said barrier 2 might be a bit of a blessing and a curse. If the tempo is a bit slow at the start, he can probably push forward Huey on Flit. Otherwise, it might be a bit of a bad situation to be caught the rail.
Yeah, it's not a massive field. There's enough in there to get stuck, but yeah, she should be a bit more positive, so we'll see how she goes there. Yeah, so Tenley will probably be just outside her, so yeah, hopefully she shows something for me.
So high confidence from the punting form boys there, a little Dutch bet on acting, and Flit of course, and Dano's mail still to come, hasn't dropped yet, but we'll have that over the course of the weekend for sure.
Beautiful. And give Sugar Shane a little pump up. What's his ROI?
Yes, 7.5% ROI, 7.8 actually. So again, very tough job.
Considering how many he's doing at the moment. What's he got in today?
12 group races this weekend. Massive weekend of racing across Randwick.
Very good.
And Caulfield.
Caulfield Stakes. We'll wrap up Caulfield racing and the 4 group races there with the stakes. What are we doing there?
Well, I think punting form on Homesman, just because he gets the draw and it should suit him, so he'll get to a good spot, he'll be on pace. It's hard to sort of go around him. I think he'll be around the $5 mark. Avilius, you're sort of going to get that $2.50, $3.
Yeah, well, obviously with Avilius in the race, most other things you get a good price on the rest of the field.
Yeah, I agree. Humidor pops up at least once every prep too, so just don't leave him under your guard if he's around the $30.
True.
I think there could
BSP.
be a little... Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No $100 winner BSP this weekend in Blackheart Bard or Gadding.
True.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see it this week, but who knows?
Wonder if Jack Dickens will be on.
Spring Champion Stakes. We'll go to Sydney. We've had a little bit of action here.
Love this race. This is I'm very confident in Caulfield in this race.
Yep.
Punting form confident as well. I think, TRB have him around the mark at the price as well.
Yeah, 350. Dano's just sent it through.
Yeah. So you'll probably get 4s still.
Yeah, 4's in the market now.
Yep.
What, a little 550 for us. Sammy?
550
Good
for us,
shopping.
Mac. So
Too good.
look, I think this is his race. He was.
It's not about you, J-Mac.
It's his race. I think he was going against some pretty red hot sprinting 3-year-olds in the Golden Rose. They're looking around the Everest with these horses now. He got the thumps as well. So, and he still closed off pretty well in that race, considering. And he's out to 2,000. So 1,400, 2,000. This is his sweet spot. Not necessarily his grand final, but I think he'll be firing.
And Shadow Hero odds on.
Yeah.
I can't knock the horse. He's just short. And
I don't think there's been a horse who's been higher on than Castelvecchio since I've known her. 2-year-old, all the way through.
Loved him as a 2-year-old, loved him as a 3-year-old. Yeah, he's an exciting horse. It's not necessarily always the ones you want to back, ones that get back and come home, but he might sit a bit closer.
Yeah, so just summing up, I think Dano's marked as really a 2-horse race. Hard to bet against the favourite Shadow Hero, but at 190 might not be the best price. And the price on Castelvecchio at about $3.50, probably slight overs if you want to take it on the fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very interesting race. Could be a good Ned's toolbox race, actually, if you want to run the backup for it, but we'll see how we go there.
Could be your specialty. Dame, I'm going to show our new threads. Plenty of merch coming through. Dame, talk us through our competition for this week.
So very similar last week. If you want to grab a new Betfair hoodie, pick a winner in any of the 4 Group 1s at Caulfield this week. Drop them in the YouTube comments below, and if you do pick a winner, we'll reach out to you during the week.
Great merch. Merch is always good. I'm looking a bit like a trucker, which I get told quite a
With the
bit.
socks here as well.
Yeah, I know.
It's
And
all messed up.
best hat or trucker, but I always had a beard and was slightly overweight before I got the merch, so it sort of worked around
Just
me.
fits the brief.
Perfect. UFC. We got the chockies last week with the big fella on the couch.
The goo, we did.
The giggity goo. Too good. He obviously went against Whitaker and he got the chockies there. That was his best bet.
Yeah.
This weekend, what's doing?
He's got another 5-unit hammer, which is massive for Gugabe. Big boy, 5-unit hammer on Cub Swanson. So his first 5-unit bomb since he bet into Masvidal versus Askren, which I know you were definitely on, Mac. That fight lasted 5 seconds. It was on the right side. So that was UFC 239. So yes, the underdog Cub Swanson on the UFC this weekend. What number's that? I'm not sure.
It's like a Fight Night 161 or
Yeah,
one of
okay.
those B-grade cards, but 5 units is big from the big fella.
Sharp as they come.
Look out. 250s on the exchange, I think, into 230s at the moment. Crunching down. Against a Gracie, that's probably why the price is as it started, but can just see it crunching on the fair. So we're on, and we'll be cheering again.
Massive.
A-League.
Yes, so
week
our A-League
one.
man's dropped his massive preview. You probably won't find a more comprehensive A-League preview on the market. He's gone through every single team, bunch of massive stats, predicted ladder finishing position, and the rest of it. So long story short, you can check it out on the hub, but he's got Perth Glory on top, thinks they'll get the chocolates this year, and over Sydney FC. So obviously that was the grand final last year, which went to penalties, expecting those 2 teams to fight it out again. And we've also got this weekend's preview. Obviously the biggest game for this week is the Melbourne Derby between the Victory and your men, Sammy, Melbourne City. Pretty damning stats in the dirt. Pretty damning stats. 21 of the last 28, or of all the derbies, have gone over 2.5 goals. So they're hammering into that at about $1.70 on Betfair. So it should be a good one.
Beautiful, and a bunch of other content on the hub this weekend. We've got the NBL, Rugby World Cup's apparently on.
It's been on for a bit. The World Cup.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah,
I got a few futures ticket, but I haven't watched a minute of it.
No, it's still going. Australia's got Georgia, so our man's looking for them to cover about 22. And look, Australia's great in pool games. Like most of the leading nations are. I think we've only ever lost 3, so it'll be a good hit out, and I'd say they'll cover it.
$1.02 the Aussies, better than bank interest, Sammy.
Take the minus. NFL will pop up. We've got the model, Dame, which we like looking at. Pretty happy with what Jaws is doing there.
Yes, and for those of you that have checked out NFL model, it's done really well this season. There's actually a video that we dropped yesterday on the YouTube channel as well, so you can check that out too, where our in-house data scientist kind of goes through how he created the video. So definitely worth checking that out, or you can go straight to the outputs in the model. I think they're actually suggesting a few upsets this week, so we'll check back in on those on Monday morning to see how they plan out. Outside of that, obviously NBL doubleheader tonight. 2 previews for that. I think they're looking at the first game, Brisbane taking on Cairns. They got Brisbane at the line with Cairns losing 11 of their last 13 road games, and Brisbane covering 4 of their last 5 at home, which is pretty good mail there. And the other one they're looking at is Perth, who've covered 14 of their last 17 home games. Massive, Mac. Have a look at that against LaMelo Ball and the Illawarra Hawks, who were a little bit struggled a little bit late last week. Yeah. So
how are these Americans looking? Good. At the moment?
LaMelo, it looked very good in the first half last week. I think the mail is in the second half. He just kind of wanted to make it a little bit about himself. So we'll see how that pans out in round 2. Obviously, a kid, Sammy.
So, boys, I'll come back to you in a sec, see if you've got one more bet to tip in the weekend. I'm very excited. My man Terry's back. Give him a nice big pump up. Just, don't look at the ROI on the hub. He was, the B grade venues in Perth weren't his sweet spot. Incredibly popular at WA Racing Preview. His best for the weekend that stands out is Lady Sass. Again, it's drawn the car park, which is why it's a price. I think, what is it, $5? He's got 6 units on it. I just imagine him getting out of a hole. Now that they're back at Ascot, I think he's going to have a fill up in the next couple of months, and I'll be following in everything that he's saying.
Yeah, definitely. Huge racing in Perth coming up after the big carnival here. So I think he'll get through it pretty well.
He's my man, Terry. Pretty happy with that. Anything else?
No, Loving Gabby's another bet for me.
Yep. Punting form like that, don't they?
I think they do, yeah. Yep. They must have heard me say it.
Very good. Dame, all good?
I'm with the Goo. Hard to oppose him. So
yeah.
I'll be with Gugabe for sure.
Beautiful. All right. Plenty of bets there. Do your best. Good luck. Thanks for tuning in.
Look forward to an introduction next week from you as well, J-Man.
I'll try and do that. I'm all over the joint here. Subscribe. Continue watching. Make sure you enter our competition for some merch. Thanks again. Take it easy.
Thanks very much.